Well, good morning. Welcome to the Maryland Public Service Commission's pre-hearing conference in case number 9481, the application of Washington Gas, Light and Light Company for authority to increase existing rates and charges and to revise its terms and conditions for gas service. So why don't we go ahead and begin by taking appearances, and Ms. Garofalo, why don't we start with you?
Good morning, Commissioners. Annette Garofalo on behalf of Commission staff, appearing together with Lloyd Spivak and Michael Dean.
Very good, thank you.
Mr. Cleaver. Good morning, Commissioners. Joseph Cleaver of the Office of People's Counsel. I'd also like to enter the appearance in this case of Gary L. Alexander of the Office of People's Counsel.
Very good.
Good morning, Your Honors. I'm Fran Francis on behalf of the Apartment and Office Building Association. I'd also like to enter the appearance of Nicola Y. Whiteman and Etcetral Caldwell.
Okay. Okay, great. And WGL, Mr.
Good morning,
Dodge.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. John Dodge, appearing on behalf of the company. At this time, I'd like to enter the appearances of several of my colleagues: Leslie T. Thornton, Donald R. Hayes, Paul S. Buckley, Mira Ahmed, and Robert C. Kane II. I have given the names and correct spellings to the court reporter.
Very good. Great, thank you very much. Are there any others that wish to make appearances?
Sure. Good morning, Commissioners. Lisa Brennan on behalf of Montgomery County, Maryland. And I would also like to enter the appearance of Jim Ogorzalek.
Very good, thank you.
Thank you.
Morning, Commissioners. James McGee with Alexander and Cleaver, and I'd like to also enter the appearance of Jared M. McCarthy, and this is on behalf of Prince George's County, Maryland.
Very good, thank you. And looks like everybody so far. Okay, let's see. At this time, we're aware of 3 petitions to intervene filed by Montgomery County, Prince George's County, and the Apartment and Office Building Association of Greater Washington. Is there any opposition to any of these petitions? Great. Hearing none, the petitions are granted. Mr. Dodge, do you have an exhibit you'd like to have admitted?
If you're referring to the proof of publication, Your Honor?
That's exactly what I'm referring to.
I do, and unfortunately I could not print off enough copies, but by close of business we will have sufficient copies for the court reporter. On June 18th, the company supplied to the Commission proof of publication in accordance with Order 88-695, issued on May 18th, 2018 in this case. At the Commission's direction, we published in 3 local newspapers of general circulation. We also put the notice of the pre-hearing conference on our webpage and publicized through our normal social media channels. We would ask that this be marked as WGL Exhibit 1 and move for its admission.
Great. Okay, without objection, WGL Exhibit 1 will be marked and admitted. Okay, now let's go over the proposed procedural schedule. Staff Counsel, could you please provide that and maybe go through it for the record?
Certainly. So the parties did discuss this schedule and are in agreement with WGL's filing of an update to actuals on July 12th. Direct testimony by staff, OPC, and interveners on August 21st. Rebuttal testimony for all parties on September 13th. Surrebuttal by staff, OPC, and interveners on September 25th. Staff will file a comparison of the parties' positions on September 27th. The hearing dates are October 5th and the 9th and 10th, with one of those being in the an afternoon hearing only, the parties agreed to one brief, which would be filed November 9th, 2018.
Great, thank you. Do any of the parties have any issues with this schedule?
No issues, Your Honor. We did discuss amongst the parties, but I don't think we came to final agreement on the number of pages of the single brief, and we would, the company would ask leave to continue working with the parties and get back to the Commission with a final number on the briefing limit.
Okay, very good. Thank you. And yes, do any of my colleagues have any
For
Question.
clarification purposes, Ms. Garofalo, did you say the hearings were October 5th? Did you mean to say the 1st through the 5th?
First through the 5th and the 9th and the
Just for
10th. I
clarification.
apologize
Thanks
if
for
I
catching
said
that,
only
yeah.
only the 5th. That really wouldn't
We
be
would be in
enough.
favor of that, Your Honor.
We couldn't even get on all of WGL's witnesses in one day, I don't think.
All right, great. If there are no objections, then the procedural schedule is adopted. All right, I'm sorry, did you have another one?
Did we also want to, did you also come to agreement on discovery?
We do. There is a paragraph about discovery, and there is agreement on that. I believe, I don't know if the Office of People's Counsel wanted to comment on that? No? Oh, okay. So, it would be 10 days through the filing of direct testimony, August 21st. After that, discovery responses would be due from all parties within 7 business days of the request. And after September 13th, discovery responses would be due from all parties within 3 business days. Objections are due in descending amounts of time, also 3 business days for the first round, and 2 business days after that for both sets of discovery dates. And we also agreed that testimony would be filed electronically, or at least I proposed it in writing, and no one brought that up, so I don't think anyone objects to that.
Okay.
Okay.
Are there any questions or concerns about the procedural, I guess, the procedures in this case? No, if not, then without objection, they will be adopted. Okay, let's see. So, I guess, read this. Any discovery disputes should be brought to the Commission promptly, and we will resolve them as quickly as we can. So, discovery has already commenced for staff and OPC, and we will commence immediately with the other parties to this matter. Let's see. Finally, we need to discuss the public hearings that are needed for this matter, and I believe 2 public hearings are scheduled in the WGL service territory. Is that correct, Mr. Dodge?
Normally, that is the protocol, Your Honor.
Okay, so I will ask the company to work with the Executive Secretary on dates and locations for those 2 hearings. Are there any other matters that need to be addressed before we adjourn?
One minor matter, Your Honor. We do have a pending motion for pro hoc admission on behalf of my colleague, Ms. Ahmed. I'm happy to answer any questions about her character and background, but we would like that resolved fairly soon.
Okay. Is that something we need to do today, Executive Secretary?
You can do that today.
Okay. Okay. Any questions here from my colleagues? Great. Are there any objections?
No objection.
No objection.
Okay. Then it is the request is adopted.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. With that, if there are no other issues that need to be addressed, hearing none, we are adjourned.
Thank you.